What's up, Jeff? Hey, I just wanted to give you a quick tour of the website so you kind of know what's going on. Um, First of all, I did lighten up the video a little bit um, and everything, and then repeated the slides. But surprisingly enough, it's actually just one slide, and I'll show you what I mean in a bit. Um, anyways, I added some of all the stuff that you wanted me to throw in there. Um, Samples with the everything, and then that goes to the gallery page and gallery page down there through the FedEx and everything at the bottom. To log in, just click the login link at the bottom of every page, throw in your login info, and then once you get to the back end, um, first of all, everything's in the pages, or like the about page info, stuff like that. So if you wanted to if you want to go to like the logo resources and edit it, you can just click on that, and it brings up kind of like a little WYSIWYG editor, just kind of like Microsoft Word. If you want to actually just, you can flip it over to the text and actually um, paste in just raw HTML code. A lot of times I'll actually run um, HTML, like build everything in Dreamweaver and then just copy and paste it over into the page, stuff like that. So that's where all the page info is. Uh, on the home page is a little bit different, but I'll show you where all the info is. So if you're at the home page, that info is if you go to Appearance and then Widgets. Um, Sorry, man, my server's really slow right now. It's been getting slammed with the holidays. Na-na-na-na. Come on. But all these are broken up into different column widget areas. So this would be site tagline left, site tagline right over here, um, home block one left and right. So you have the left and the right, and so when you're in here, you'll see home block one, home block two, three, four, all the way down the page, left, right, and pretty much all they are when you go in there, it's just a little HTML text where you just throw in some HTML to do whatever you want. So if you ever need to go change some text in there, that's where you would go to do it. Same with the footer that goes across the whole website as well. There's three different locations or three different areas, and that's also like footer one, two, and three from left to right. Um, so that's where those are. When you go to the forms, um, these are the different forms that we have on the website, and it gives you a quick view of like how many times the form's been viewed, how many entries it has. This contact one has a little more views because it was left over. I copied it over from another site, so kind of had a little bit more in it than others. But let's say if you go to oh, and the reason I have two pricing quote order forms is I had to do one for the home page and then one for all the following pages because of JavaScript loading problems. Um, but if you go in there, you can mess around with them and play around with different stuff. Let's go to the get a quote page. Um, so when you're on here, everything with the little red asterisk is mandatory, and if you don't fill it out, like we'll just click it real quick. It'll highlight it and tell you that it's mandatory. The shirt quantity, even though that they can put it down, let's say we put it down to 16 and then try to submit it, um, it brings an error and says, hey, no, you got to put it back up to 24 minimum. So it won't let them submit it without having 24 or more in there. Um, but also, all the other info is, and also with the file loads, I limited it to EPS, PDF, AI, and JPEGs. So if someone throws that in there, it automatically uploads it and then saves it. And then when they click next, the next step of the form is their name, which is mandatory. Phone, email is mandatory, and then if they want to put in a little explanation of the order, and then they can submit the form. Once they submit it, let's just go back to the front forms. Um, if you do a little roll over it, you'll see entries, and they don't have any entries in here right now. But you'll see that you could just go to entries, and so it kind of backs it up. If you didn't get an email or something like that, you can always go double check, and it'll have all the form information there. Um, and then also, if you go to settings and then uh, notifications, admin notification, this is so it's getting mailed out to you, and then all that stuff. This is just going to include all the form fields that they filled out in there. If we go to the confirmation of the form, the default confirmation, um, thank you for submitting your custom t-shirt quote, and it just pops up. It'll display on the screen after they hit the submit button. You can redirect it to a certain page or redirect to another URL completely if you needed to, but that's not really necessary right now. The other cool thing is the payment page. So if you go to the make a payment page, doesn't seem like much. You could change that little text if you want, but let's go view the page. Um, right now it's at 0. Um, I tied the payment amount into a URL variable. So if you do question mark um, amount equals, let's just 250, and then refresh the page. Then the payment amount due is 250. When they click on continue to PayPal, it'll send them over to your PayPal page and already have the information in there. If my server ever responds, well, we'll leave that for a sec. Um, Other than that, oh, gallery. Um, so if we go to gallery, and you go to manage gallery. Okay, that popped up real quick. So it goes to your payment. Um, and sorry, my server and internet's slow right now, but you'll notice it brings that amount over, and then they can check out and make a payment that way. So, anyways, when we went to gallery, manage gallery, the only gallery in there is the samples. Let's go to the front page of it. Um, So if we go to gallery, it just brings up thumbnails of whatever images you upload, uh, stuff like that. Um, but when you go to manage gallery and then the samples gallery, it has all these in here. If you roll over, you could just, if you want to delete something, you just click delete. If you want to sort them, you could click on sort, and then you could actually drag and drop them in the different order, stuff like that. Um, to upload new images into the gallery, and once you upload them, they'll automatically appear on this page, so you don't have to worry about it. You just click on add image galleries or add gallery images, and then once that loads up, you just pick the gallery, which is the samples, and then add files, and you can do multiple files, and it just puts them in the queue, and then you just hit upload, and it puts them into that gallery, and then once they're uploaded into the gallery, they'll start showing up on this page, and that's pretty much as simple as it can get. Um, Trying to think of anything else, but oh yeah, the the homepage slider. So that is actually located down here in the Revolution slider. Um, if you hit Edit Slides, remember I was telling you there's just one slide, um, and it's just if you click on that, and it's actually just all layered in there, and you can kind of see the timeline of how everything runs. I think it's 25 seconds, and that was just because that was what I edited that video to, so we could shorten it up if you want to, or we could do whatever you want to it. Um, but for instance, you can like click on something and then it gives you the different parameters of it, and the layer animation as it's coming in, and this one's actually linking to the pricing quote page. Um, so that's basically what that does. And I think that's about it, man. If you have any questions, just let me know. And like I said, let's just get it to how you want it, and then let's make it live and make this thing badass. And I think you're gonna get some business out of it. So you're a badass, man. Have a great night.